posting this on like platforms where people actually listen to podcasts on like Spotify and iTunes, you might actually get a decent audience.
True. There's nothing
Because
like
people,
it.
the YouTube recommendation system and algorithm isn't as helpful as I think Spotify's and iTunes is.
True. I think YouTube is more pay to win kind of scenario, like a game. Like you have to
Not
buy
necessarily.
adverts.
I've seen a lot of people where they started from a really good like startup with good mics and everything.
Yeah.
They don't get as much. It's
Yeah.
legit about content and everything, you know.
True. You gotta start somewhere.
And
you
like,
have shit content.
and a platform like Spotify, they what's it called? They want people to listen to podcasts more. When I open up Spotify, I always
You had a the like $10 million contract with Joe Rogan now.
Really?
Yeah, he's 10 million, so he can come on Spotify, and Spotify is just doing.
He's in
this thing.
Spotify?
Yeah, he's gone to Spotify now, and Spotify is just doing things like controlling every single audio.
I can't lie to you. I haven't listened to a full Joe Rogan podcast ever.
I've only listened to a couple. Only songs from that.
I look at his clips, but they're the interesting ones that people get, you know.
Yeah, like Elon Musk smoking.
Oh yeah, damn, Joe Rogan experience.
Doesn't matter.
If you feel I don't like that profile picture, you hear that, Joe?
What?
I don't like it. Look.
If
If your artist didn't bail on us, we would have had a nicer picture than that, man.
Yeah, can't trust crackers.
Honestly, I might actually try, you know. Like, oh wait,
If it looks more scuffed, I think it'd be more funnier.
you reckon?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
drop that.
scuffed as well.
I actually know this one artist. I reckon he'd do it for me for free because I know him. But I don't know if I really want to approach him.
Like, what's he like?
I don't know if he take the piss out of me or not, fam.
Oh wait, how do you know him?
Through Andrew, my cousin.
Shit.
He's his friend from. He's like 20 though. He's like 27.
But I think I've been watching bare what's it called, like magic movies, like Harry Potter and stuff. Have you watched Harry Potter's?
No.
You never watched Harry Potter's? Harry Potter's sick.
In a religious household like this, you're
Yeah, why is it black magic?
Yes, fam.
But I think I was watching this thing and it's like the difference between modern magic and like Indian magic, not like black magic, but
magic is magic as well.
Nah, there's like difference. Like I think magic, people think wizards and what do you call it, like levitating stuff.
But like traditional.
Yeah, but like I was reading things like the ancient Mesopotamians, like the ancient Aztecs, they believed like magic was, I thought it was more like embodiment of power and being present.
Nice interruption. I thought it was gonna be my dad come to my room.
Indians and powers.
Yes, you were talking about wizards.
No, like I think people think magic as Harry Potter and shit because of the Western world, but a lot of Indians and like I was gonna say Indians because sounds kind of generifying the whole thing, but Indians mostly they think magic is about being in the present, and a lot of people talk about like mindfulness, like how you be in the present and stuff.
Yeah, you'd usually see
like monks.
yeah, that usually magic these days has a spiritual connection to you, like their well-being and
there's like there's mindful magicness, mindful well-beingness and like being in the present mindfully, but magic in itself is being mindful and in the present in like a physical state, knowing that every movement is yours.
Like you in the westernized world, you'd usually see that even the word magic has bad connotations, and in my example, for example, you say magic and
like
my family just doesn't like it.
Same. It's like, I guess what's your depiction of magic? Like what have you grown up with, when what magic is, and like I think magic is more of taking control of your life, making sure not other people are doing it, making sure you're being you. I feel like it's more self-empowerment.
If you know the connotations are going to be like that, would you rather use a different word?
True, but I think like magic is just, it's like, how do you say it? I don't know, like a Viking. When you think about Viking, you think about movie Vikings, like going barbaric and stuff, but you don't think about the other side of like agriculture, building.
Yeah. Good example of that would be in movies you usually see Vikings with horns on their helmets.
Yeah.
In real life, they had none of them.
Yeah,
and believe it or not,
Western cultures.
You see Vikings as tall people, but you know the average height of Vikings were?
What was it?
5'8".
Really?
You could literally see me out in a battlefield with an axe.
Just imagine you with a massive thing waving around. Look like Thor or something.
And you know that Vinland Saga anime that I told you about?
Yeah. I watched like one episode and then I just forgot about it.
I'm gonna watch all of it before I go to Norway in 2 years' time.
Me and my dad are planning to go to Switzerland as well.
Well, I taking plane or car?
Plane, because it's very cheap and easier.
You think?
Yeah.
But then what about the car?
£90 a ticket.
Oh,
so it's calm.
Because I mean, for me and my brother, he's looking for a road trip, so I guess.
Yeah, sightseeing and stuff.
Yeah, because he's legit going from like the bottom of Scandinavia to the very, very top. He wants to go as close to the North Pole as he can.
Really? Oh, there's one of the most north cities in the world of villages, and like it's 23 hours of darkness every day. It's insane.
I think it's light, you know.
Nah, it's opposite. Nah, it's in the winter seasons. There's like this photographer.
Yeah, the thing is though, the car that we have.
Yeah.
We cannot drive in the winter.
Oh, the Audi.
Yeah, you cannot drive it. Seriously, like it's gonna be dangerous. Like especially up
snow
north.
tires.
Not even. Those are not. You know, people use chains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. More like surface area, I guess.
I think it's just the friction, isn't it? Because fam, they use them in Poland. So imagine Norway. You know what I mean?
Imagine.
So my brother's trying to think of going around May. As I really want to go in the winter to experience like. You know what I mean? Like proper experience of Norway.
What about like college and stuff? You're gonna have exam May season.
I don't care.
You're gonna drop out.
It's gonna be the second year of my college.
Oh, true.
So I'm thinking either my brand's gonna pop off, apprenticeship.
In like what, 2 years?
Or a job.
Yeah,
possibly.
Okay. Suncorp is known for its apprenticeships. My brother got an apprenticeship for there and he got a job.
What was he doing?
Accountancy.
Oh.
They just gave him a quick apprenticeship and then he's got like loads of stuff going on for that. But do you want me to tell you about the God thing I told Zainab? It's a book called The Holy Mushroom and the Christ and the Cross.
Tell me the view.
Basically, the publisher is this guy who worked on the Dead Sea Scrolls for 14 years, so he knows
religious parents are never going to invite you to the site.
Yeah, basically, and then he was like, he looked at it, and then there's no mention of Christ or anything, or like the Dead Sea Scrolls, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, maybe he's all just mumbled up.
Yeah, but to be fair, the Dead Sea Scrolls, did they not come from...
They came from...
the times of where Moses was around?
I think, yeah, one of the holy times.
Is that so?
I'm not an expert in this, but yeah.
Jesus wasn't about then.
But it was like... But you learn more about Christianity and like, nothing... I think
Christianity didn't exist
then. Yeah, it'd be Judaism.
Not even.
Where would it be then? It'd be like some like little religions everywhere.
Like Judaism came right after believing in Jesus, and like this is why like timing is really important, the timeline, because if we're on about the times of Moses,
true, I think it's just
people were just believing.
So research it when the Dead Sea Scrolls came up.
Because people were just believing in gods like Jehovah, like let's say that,
and believing in idols, idol worshipping and sun worshipping.
Like there was an Israel nation. It wasn't actual Israel, but like the Israeli nation, right?
They call it basically most of the Middle East where it all popped off.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Research.
Oh, for a second I thought we were recording. I looked at this Audacity and oh my god, this is the last take. I promise you. Like I'm actually done. Okay, what do you want me to search?
Dead Sea Scrolls. When were they made? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
something like that.
No.
Yeah, found. No, made. Thought to be made because we don't really know.
Written, like, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
When was this? 150 BC, before Christ.
So that's before Christ.
Yeah, that's before Christ.
So it couldn't have mentioned Jesus.
But it would have mentioned some type of God, would it not? So I thought it was from God. The whole thing is that, how did it start? That people who started, the godfathers of like starting religions, who started Christianity, Islam, Judaism. You can't Christianity as part of Jehovah. Would you call it Jehovah straight? Would you call it Jehovah Christianity?
Well, technically, we don't believe in Christ like Catholics do.
Yeah.
He's not like a god. He's just the son of God, right?
Yeah.
Like my dad wouldn't consider Jehovah's Witnesses as Christianity. I would personally, because
it's a branch of it. You read the Bible.
But it is a separate religion.
Yeah, I understand that. And the whole thing is that these godfathers of religions weren't they weren't actually seeing God and stuff and believing in God. They were all just tripping on acid, taking mushrooms.
Was it like?
And the whole thing was
it common back then?
Oh yeah, everybody tried everything. This is when migration happened all across the world. So everybody eating anything, seeing what was happening, and the whole thing started was, the name Jesus is, when you break it down, is from Je and then Zeus, and that means
Jesus, bro.
and that means in Old English or Old Latin, it means the seeds of God, which was the rain. And when rain comes down, it rapidly forms mushrooms and stuff.
So
You can see all that.
so I'm guessing that it all has a like come back to like mushrooms, for example, right?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay,
That's
so
what I think.
the name of the food actually.
And then as soon as mushrooms and like all of this like magic mushrooms and shit, I don't even sound like a conspiracy theorist, but as soon as that started, or you get all these religions coming up. You get like Islam, Christianity.
Yeah. I wonder if like anyone in my house is hearing this right now.
And it's just gonna stake me.
My parents probably not, but my brother, I wonder if he can actually hear anything of this.
And then
He will not like me after this.
and then like what do you call it? All the, if you look at any Christian art, like on the, like glasses, like in the pane glasses.
See, the thing is though, I wouldn't classify as Christian art, more like Catholic art, because the whole religion of Catholicism has been really westernized since.
Yeah, and
Like,
it's been,
look, like
Brian has been political
we
a lot.
like we portray, when brothers and sisters from our organization like draw like let's say like Jesus, right?
Yeah.
He's now white on with blonde hair. He's not.
That would be the biggest miracle he ever did, being white in Middle East with like friends called John.
See, we portray him more like olive skin man, which is
Oh,
more
yeah.
realistic since it's
Middle
East,
Eastern,
right?
Yeah.
So
And the whole thing is, at the start, the first ever Christian like paintings were with like flowers and mushrooms and so on and so forth. And then
who wrote this, by the way?
the guy who
Actually, should I just write mushroom? Please?
no, just put the magic and the holy mushroom and the cross.
There it is. Just holy
Yeah,
mushroom.
yeah,
Yeah, Karen.
yeah. And the guy, he was like,
I'm not surprised you actually have any interest in this.
yeah, no, I just like seeing different perspectives of different things. But he was like, they weren't seeing God.
John Mark.
Yeah.
Marco Allegro.
He wrote this is called 20th century's
he's
biggest
English.
thingy. Wow.
I mean, in the 70s, there's a lot of Brits tripping on.
Some work in that, and he was just saying that they were not seeing God, they were tripping.
Just tripping on it.
And then there's all these links to like holy like what do you call it, stories like Moses and stuff, and they're like Noah's Ark and stuff.
So is this still suggesting that those stories have actually existed and that they're linking them?
No, he says these stories were based on acid trips, and it's kind of uncanny.
To be fair though, I've never experienced an acid trip.
Yeah.
So you tell me, right?
Oh, it's
No, like for example, like would someone really remember all these details?
Oh
in acid
yeah,
trip?
it's just insane.
Okay, but would you like? It's weird though, cause like let's say the Quran and Christianity, right? They share like similar
Very similar,
stories and
yeah.
characters, right? Which would make sense for there to be some sort of God, right?
Yeah,
So,
that's what I think as well. But here's the thing, like this is like a very similar
but dude,
thing.
it's plausible. I can't lie to you. Like
Yeah,
it
and
does
like-
make certain sense.
Yeah, like we're talking about Noah's Ark. His ships, it was made of a certain type of wood. I can't remember. It's like eucalyptus or something wood, and that wood that he uses, and it's written in the Bible. You can find it somewhere. Has the same chemistry.
What properties?
Yeah, inside the bark itself, it has the same cause for DMT, exact same, and it's written in the thing, the Bible, the same tree, and you can find it to this day because tree lasts for like 1,000,000 years.
But you're saying that like people back in those days would remember or know what type of tree that was.
Yeah, nobody knew. That's why they thought they was having a holy experience. Like, obviously, if you're gonna lick something and you didn't even know anything about the science,
How'd you get the shit, so the holy Christ.
and then you
will come
just see
out.
colourful, so obviously you think it's a holy experience, aren't you?
Not really, I'll probably be shit scared. I can't lie to you.
Yeah, but when you're trying to find Jesus, you can take anything for an answer, especially when you're like the forefather of it.
Thing is though, again, the counter to this is Jesus wasn't back then.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like God itself, not Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm just saying Jesus because it's more relatable for us.
Because I want to see how far this theory goes to. Because
It's insane.
you're telling me for 1,000 years, let's say, because the whole story is in between Bibles, right? They span across, let's say, 1,000 years. So you're telling me people are coming up
Well,
acid trips throughout
obviously,
1,000 years.
the forefathers had the ideas and passed on, saying it's the truth. Well, I don't know.
I want to see like the actual like. This is not obviously this is Wikipedia, so you can't really see much, but okay. It's Christianity.
It's booked.
I think this is more based around Christianity, to be fair to you.
Yeah, but it links to a lot too. Like,
it doesn't mention Islam a lot, but this is mostly about.
You've heard the saying, hearing God from the burning bush. How God appears in a burning bush.
What are you trying to say? Like that. The authors like.
No, the burning bush. You've heard that saying.
Yeah.
The burning bush was actually written in the Bible. The Sax species, and that genome was found by Israeli researchers, you could say.
Yeah.
And the researchers saw it and found the bush. It's found
Did it have the same properties as?
It has the same. It has an insanely high amount of DMT in it, and when you burn DMT, the smoke in it kills you. It doesn't kill you, but it makes you mad.
Because it's in the Bible, the bush that God talked to he used that bush to speak to Moses.
Yeah.
To free the
and that's why people think the burning bush was on fire, which lit up the fumes of the DMT.
Which was Moses bush fast. The same thing. Let's see. Okay. What is this font, fam?
What is this? Did a 4-year-old make this?
Okay. I generally can't focus when I look at that. Maybe I'm dyslexic, so but I can't.
It's the black and white back. The white background is kills you. You'll be able to do the big. Yeah, maybe this bramble. Bramble is a type of bramble that's exactly the same.
What does it say that?
The bramble, the rubus.
Bramble.
Watch this.
Look, extremely long lived species of bramble.
I want you to type in that rubus.
Oh, is it not bramble?
No,
but this is the lion name.
Yeah. Type in the bramble rubus.
Rubus santos.
Yeah. Okay, we know that exactly and then type in DMT.
No. Okay.
And then type in DMT.
Should I just write properties maybe?
No, they put DMT, trust me.
Look at the first
yeah, watch. It's insane.
Oh, there we go. Right off the bat.
Right off the bat we find
Moses was on DMT.
And this is not like fiction. That bush has DMT in it. It's like scientific. But imagine, you just see a burning bush. Of course, and you're on like acid. Of course, you're gonna think it's a holy experience.
Oh, but look at that though. This is interesting. It's come saying Yahweh, and that is another. It's another saying of Jehovah. By the way.
Is it?
Look.
Yahweh.
Yep.
Am I saying that right?
It doesn't matter. Just say it. Seriously. Like in Polish and English, you say it. In Polish, you'd say Yahweh.
Listen.
See, he's the national god of the kingdoms of Israel. So back in those days,
so they have like gods for each thingy.
No. Basically, after obviously Moses, right?
Yeah.
He was speaking to God, right? And that's how they said it.
Oh, so there's a different name for gods. For the god.
No. This is just another pronunciation, pretty much. Because back in those days, when you used to write, for example, the name didn't have vowels.
Yeah.
So through the way it's been passed down on how they were saying.
Just transcription.
They added the vowels on the way they used to say it. And this is from what I remember. This is the way they used to say it. Somewhere it mentions. Wait one sec. See.
This is insane.
Yeah, the Hebrew name Yahweh traditionally transliterated as Jehovah.
Oh.
So this is why, like, a lot of priests, like when Catholicism got even more westernized, they removed the actual name.
So Jehovah is more of an not ancient, but like based off ancient teachings, more really original, and not like thingy. Jehovah as itself is not a filtered version of like Christianity.
What do you mean?
Like how you say it's from the original of the way you say God.
Yeah.
Could you say Jehovah is just an unfiltered version of Christianity in itself? Because you know how like Christianity has this whole Jesus and like all these stories and all these different names. Could you just
I
say?
mean, there isn't really different names. The thing is, though, for some reason, like, like Catholics, they just don't have a name. They don't want to acknowledge a name.
I feel like the
And
Catholics.
this is why we're different, isn't it?
I feel the Catholics has gotten more into politics, where it's just turned into a powerhouse more than a religion.
Yeah.
Like the Catholic Church Italy
It's
thing.
more tradition than religion these days.
Yeah.
That's what it's just like the Church of England, isn't it?
And should I go on saying?
But yeah, man, that was actually interesting.
And it's insane how much correlations could do. All these paintings have mushrooms on them. Like type in Christian glass panel painting, and then you probably could find like a mushroom in there or a flower. I'm not kidding. It's insane.
I wonder how we're gonna title this one. Okay.
Let's go down.
I've never actually seen them in real life. Pick any. This has the love of nature in it. I mean, I do
Flowers and stuff. Wait, go down. Let's see.
Or should I just write?
Mushroom.
Yeah. Oh.
There's an ungodly amount. Look, they depict God himself in a mushroom shape.
Mushrooms are actual mushrooms, right?
Yeah, depends which mushrooms you have.
No.
If you button mushrooms, you can eat button mushrooms, but other ones you can.
Apparently they don't taste nice.
Mushrooms.
Yeah.
They taste like asphalt. And you just eat them. Oh, okay, yeah, that's God, isn't it? But then you get all these like weird shit here.
Yeah.
But it's insane. And then
It is plausible.
you know, like that mist thing, like what's the thing? They light on fire in the churches and they swing it around.
Oh, I have no idea. We don't do that.
It's in like Catholic
I do know what
churches.
you mean, and it has like herbs or something
Yeah,
inside.
them herbs are exactly correlated to DMT in them, and they still use it.
How do people not pass out?
They don't pass out because it's a genome of it, so it's a really
Oh,
weak.
okay.
And obviously, if this Pope swinging around DMT infused smoke and telling you God is everywhere, and you see all these glass panels full of mushrooms and stuff, you're gonna think you're having a holy
Even
moment.
mom, if you hear this,
Hey.
warp his ass. Man.
And then same thing, you see a lot of correlations between different religions, and you could just think, oh, all of them just like mushrooms dripping.
Yeah. I wonder
Insane.
if there's any like actual, because what we've been seeing at the moment is just Christianity in itself. I really want to see if there's any like mentions or acknowledgement of it in Islam.
Yeah, there'd be loads. There's,
By the
in
way,
one
this is what look what someone sent. Because the person goes, did you supply my ex-boyfriend with drugs? And I go, no, you just supplied them with heartbreaks. Well, bastard. 1 sec, I'll reply in a second. Okay. You write what you have to write.
Oh no, I could tell you enough, man. In Islam, there's a story of the Prophet Muhammad. He goes on a holy journey.
Yeah.
He goes to the 7 heavens. No, he goes to different cities and the 7 heavens in one night using a Pegasus. Don't ask. He uses a Pegasus to go to different cities in one night and then goes to the 7 heavens, and then that's where he gets all the Islamic information.
Okay.
And if you ever tried like acid or anything, you feel like you're
Never have, by the way.
Yeah, you never had. You feel like you're flying. You feel like you're
Okay,
going
so
through
you're
the sky.
suggesting that possibly Prophet Muhammad.
No, okay. I don't want to go hell yet. But
No, but
like all these religious experiences.
we're not saying that you're suggesting, but what the
Yeah,
Prophet
you could
suggesting.
imagine.
Okay.
It's plausible that we all just believing in things that were made by like potheads. That'd be insane.
But then again, like, this is why like sources and details. This is why it's all fuzzy, because there's no like actual sources in it.
That's what it's called, a theory.
Yeah.
But it'd be insane if
I
it
get it
was.
though. Look at all these touchdowns that we've created. If my mom ever looks at this,
She's like, Marta, we're going to church forever. It's insane though. And I've just said like a concluded version of it. It goes in detail.
I'm trying to look at these comments. But
What are these comments? John Robert
Dennis
Fruity.
Oh my god, look how
Lord. This guy copy paste Wikipedia.
Okay. He goes, by the way, the idea that an acacia tree burning in the wilderness gave Moses a psychedelic episode is so far-fetched, it is humorous. Okay. There are hundreds of types of vegetation that contain DMT. They feel that God specifically chose that acacia tree to manifest in because it had DMT is preposterous.
But the whole theory is not God thinking. It's just Moses came across a
Yeah.
burning tree.
Also, can you imagine how much smoke Moses would have to inhale to have any effect? Think about
What? Has he never tried DMT before? DMT.
Maybe he's on about because it's not pure DMT. It's
The burning of it.
properties in a case.
But you need literally just, how to say it, like a quick breath of it, just to get high.
Yeah, I've seen that
Like,
one video of that guy.
The girl and the guy.
Psychedelics. Nah, there's this guy called Psychedelic Science or something like that.
It's quick.
Yeah.
Like you just need like what? I don't know how do you measure like thingy gas.
Just one.
Yeah, and you're gone for like 15 minutes. It
That's
does
what
crazy
this guy's
things to you,
saying,
man.
but I generally can't be asked to read all this.
And like in the whole thing, the Indians believe in.
Oh my god, don't get me started on them. And the 100 million gods, man.
Have you seen the meme? It's like, I swear to God.
Which one?
God.
Yeah.
The thing is, like,
Shout out to all my Indian homies.
they like, what do you call, they believe in reincarnation, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, it's far beyond me. But they believe in like reincarnation, you being, I don't know, a butterfly in the next
Depending
life.
on how your life goes and something like
But if you've ever been on DMT, there's one guy, Joe Rogan, has a mate who did DMT, and in his head, he was gone for like 15-20 minutes, but in his head, he was gone for 3 months.
Mm.
In his head, literally. And he had a whole different life, he had a different wife, different kids,
that. Imagine.
different job, and then he had to come up with things like he could breathe underwater, that's
Yeah.
DMT for you. But a whole different life.
Imagine you actually change your feelings to someone else and you come back.
For
and
3
you're
months, he's a changed man now.
Yeah.
3 months, he's just gone. And he woke up and he was scared the shit out. Imagine living 3 months of a life and then waking up.
Yeah.
It's the Matrix or something. Like Neo wake up or something. It's insane. Yeah, you can find it online, it's funny.
Yeah.
And he gets up and he's very aggressive, he's out punching everybody.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I mean,
Dude, I
he's
need to
Joe Rogan's friend, so.
yeah, dude, I need to go to the toilet, dude. Can you pause it or something?
There's a lot of editing you have to do.
You took from the other my the weird thing. It's your time.
I have nothing to talk about, to be fair. I have nothing going on with my life.
What do you think about the space thing though? Like, do you see the Elon Musk space shuttle thing?
The thing that happened a week ago.
Yeah, like
Two.
a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, that's insane, dude.
It's a good step in the future, I say. Obviously, we're not going anywhere close to flying cars or anything, but
Why would you need flying
Just
cars though?
traffic.
What's no
Traffic.
traffic?
Yeah.
What? You're just gonna be stuck in traffic with more flying cars in front of you.
No, because you can just go fly above them,
Yeah, but
fly below.
like
Unless
air
you have
traffic,
something.
like airplanes, they have air traffic. They have to stop, and they're massive.
Oh, okay, I thought they were trying to come at me.
They're
Ah.
massive.
I do think though, the way Elon presents himself is a bit sus. I can't lie to you.
He thinks he's like.
But I guess he's just that clever that he's awkward at the same time.
Yeah, but like, what? Bill Gates, he's insanely clever.
Yeah.
He doesn't think. I mean, Brian Cox has a higher IQ than Einstein.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he has. Einstein has like
One.
163.
Oh, I thought it was at 180.
And then Brian Cox has 183.
No, at one time I did
Insane.
this ad was asking me if I want to do an IQ test. So obviously I went through like
Who?
all the some ad on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Obviously I did all 30 questions. I finished it and I was like, oh, I really want to see what
You
my
have
IQ is.
to pay for it.
They go, yep, exactly that.
I did not like
And
that.
it was so. I just want to. I don't even know how you do them. Is this some like professional like?
Yeah, it's
program?
like no, it's not a program. It's like a paper thing you have to do.
Yeah. But who's like what committee is it or what?
And it's
what
like an
committee?
IQ community that grades you. They give you
But
paper.
that's so easy to cheat through like.
No,
this.
you give you different ones each time,
Oh.
which is insane. I want to do my IQ. I think
So-
like 2. I think.
What? I think the average is like 80, isn't it?
Now it's like 120.
No.
Yeah,
No, it can't be.
yeah, it is. Search.
Another fact check.
It's like 112.
Can't wait to listen back to this.
So,
Or this will be the first podcast I actually fully listen to.
what you know, don't you think Joe
Do
Rogan?
you wanna bet? I'm telling you, it's 80. It's about 80 or 90.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Wait, what about what country though? That it doesn't matter.
Globally.
Okay.
Just do globally.
Because you know,
And
if,
China,
if
they're
you go
gonna
if you go America, obviously it's gonna be lower.
Yeah,
Average global. That's a bit sad. Average global deaths per day.
that comes twice per month.
IQ.
100. I was closer.
No, you won't.
You said
We were both
60.
20 off. I said 80.
Oh,
We're both 20 off.
100. I think I'm like, what?
I would honestly say I'm an average or just a bit. Actually, no. I'm being converted a bit.
I'd be like
I'm
100.
average.
I'll be like 110.
He's
maybe
choosing
lower.
gay levels. No, he's not. Average. I want to check, honestly, the amount of chavs we have in the UK, average.
I mean, half is just roadmen anyways.
And chavs. There's a bit of a difference, I can't remember.
We don't do IQ tests as much as Americans do. See,
92.
we don't do like them like Americans. They love IQs.
Yeah,
They do SATs and it's just like a
Kids,
filling in, colouring task.
90, below average.
90.
Homo sapiens, bro. Of course. Flipping Neanderthals and that.
Oh, speaking of that, they think like Neanderthals are way smarter than we think they are.
But wasn't they scientifically proven to have like small brains?
Yeah, but still, you can see like a little kid and they go insanely like more complex. But I think like they're more than Neanderthals as human species, way more human species. But Neanderthals is just one. They're a species game.
The Homo erectus. It sounds so funny, I swear to God.
The Homo erectus. What's that? I never heard of that. It's like a human species.
Nah, I think it's legit just a name for human beings.
Erectus,
So
what, for males.
No, because the word
Yeah, just search it.
yeah,
Yeah, the second
Homo
one.
erectus.
Yeah.
Oh, so you like
Yeah.
Nah, this bro, I felt small, yeah, but the average height is 1 meter 42.
Damn. It looks like my maths teacher, not gonna lie.
Solo man.
You solo man.
Primate.
It's
Subspecies
Bigfoot,
Homo erectus.
dude.
Have you watched that movie?
What?
On Netflix. The title is something like "How I Killed Adolf Hitler and Bigfoot." Swear down. I watched it on Netflix.
What's it about?
60% of the movie was actually good,
Oh,
but then
yes.
they ruined it. No, the actual killing Hitler part was super. It's like sick. You can even watch it today. You know?
Yeah, okay.
But then when he kills Bigfoot, it's so badly
Bigfoot.
edited.
Come
yeah.
on, dude.
It's like Harrison Ford, like the guy who played Indiana Jones, but a BTEC version of him.
Yeah.
They send them out to you, send you pics of him sleeping.
Dude, some people just. That's rape. I can't know it's rape. I don't care. Like, what? Come on. You just. Oh, that was disgusting.
So leave it on there a little bit. Wait, one sec. That moon that you have is so pretty. I can't. How much you buy it for?
I don't know.
Was that a gift?
Yeah, the girl got it for my birthday.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Dude, you're like a ADHD kid looking at lights. Wow.
Yes, man. And it has nice fruit.
You got a flashbang behind you of an LED.
I want that, man. It's a high fire hazard, bro.
What you put next to a couch that is probably a fire hazard as well.
And the whole like, all my plugs are not like managed properly, so they will
Yeah,
actually
that's a
burn me.
fire hazard,
It
dude.
will burn me on sight.
Have you tried these?
No.
Oh, I'll show you. It's really
Wow.
cool.
I tried doing a Mike Tyson diet, but obviously when this guy came to my house, it's not working.
Is it what? Look, the mini Oreos inside.
Oh, I swear I've had this before.
Yeah, I'll put that up to the plate. What?
Oh,
Look, taste. Wow. Good bad to your diet.
no, it's ASMR.
How's your diet going?
Well, in Polish,
No, your diet.
it's going really well.
Yeah. I think you lost weight, I could tell. You look more slimmer.
Stop barking up.
No, I'm joking. You look more slimmer. Certain people said you look slimmer.
So,
I'm not joking.
don't lie.
I promise.
When did that conversation come up?
I don't listen to. What's something? Like a week after you got your cargo jeans.
Maybe that's why, fam. Because you know,
You sent her.
I sent that person a snap of me in cargo jeans in it. Because I was telling her about it. And the person goes to me, "Oh, you look buffer." Like, I know, like bigger in it. But it's because of the shirt. I was wearing this shirt exactly. Not funny, guys.
Can I say I'm the one who started the cargo trend in Birmingham?
I don't see your cargos.
Yeah, have those. Okay, these are cargos. I count the cargos.
Would you count this as cargos?
Yeah, pockets here. Pockets here. My cargo shorts are too rock climbing.
They look good shorts, no? You wore shorts.
Yeah, cargo shorts, same thing.
I have cargo shorts from time, bro.
Okay, yeah.
They're a bit tight on me now, but
I like how the UK is moving out from the road scene of what to wear. I'm experimenting
they're
with
really
colours.
not. They're really
I
not.
think more and more people.
Yes. Do you know why, like, I'd say like Hugo Boss or like Nike
You haven't
or
done
North
that.
Face, as expensive as it is, it's really accessible, and it's low key like.
Good quality.
Don't get me wrong, I'm a cheap man, right? But it's not as expensive as you think. I bought a North Face fleece for £25,
Really?
and it keeps me super warm anyway.
They're like expensive online, aren't they?
I bought online.
So
So I'm not surprised when people get them, but if you compare it to like other brands where you, like what you're saying, experimenting with colors, right? You're really not gonna find stuff like that on Primark.
true.
This
Especially
is-
quality.
I've seen this TikTok, yeah, where they're like, oh, girls like boys who dress like that. Okay, but you need to be rich to dress like that. You know what I
True.
mean? You can. It's really hard. This is why people dress like this.
You have like fast fashion like ASOS or Boohoo who give you like that
I guess.
trendy look, but it
They're
only
not
lasts
them.
like one season.
That's and it's not always the best clothes. Like, I can't like my cargo shorts. They're
I like 'em.
comfortable. They
Don't
look
suit
nice, but they're not really durable. I don't like you legit sit on a rock and they'll die.
Fashion, like a lot of other like hobbies, is a very expensive hobby. Like people who tear down phones and like mess them about on the YouTube. That's an expensive hobby.
Yeah.
But like,
To be fair though, they don't need to care about anything in this world. They'll send them like anything they want.
true.
You know what I mean? So I wish I was one of them guys. What's inside my iPhone 11, bro?
You know, he like Jerry Riggs everything. That bald guy.
No,
You never. Oh, so
I've probably seen him before, but
I like a jellyfish.
he's trying to shade some person who basically I showed my lava lamp to, and they were like, "Oh, I didn't know you had jellyfish." How retarded can you be? Sorry, but like,
Oh, I didn't know you
you know
had
the person
piranhas.
I mentioned. I said the same joke to the person a day ago,
Yeah.
and the person goes, "I've never seen this lamp before. This lamp's been around more than the grandma." It seriously has.
Zoomers, man.
1960s, fam.
Zoomers, I swear
Not
to
even,
God.
fam.
Yeah. I felt so old yesterday, and I'm only 16 because my little sister, she's like, she looked at a CD and she's like, "What's this?" And she didn't know what a CD
Your
was.
younger sister.
Yeah, my little sister, she didn't know what a CD was.
Believe it or not, yeah. What I don't like about like kids from the 90s,
Good old days.
they're acting like we didn't go through the same thing as they did.
I watched the same shows.
Not only did we have the same fashion in early 2000s, I legit had VHS tapes until I was like the age of 11, fam.
I watched Treasure Planet on VHS.
I have VHS tapes up in my basement, bro. I don't know
Basement.
basement, fam. That's all I used to do. Until
mean-
until the shops legit stopped like producing VHS, we were forced to like get DVDs.
That VHS in the 90s looks coming back.
Imagine
Down.
getting DVDs now. No one does it.
You either go and put like or something to watch something you
No.
can't watch. People has Blu-ray nowadays, anyways. Stupid. How's your brand going? Like socially,
Oh, really well. Seriously.
really? Like,
Like this new season now, I've had more eyes on my brand that I've never had before.
can you
Like,
explain what
seriously.
your brand is to anybody who hasn't heard of it?
Right. Before I say anything, go on www.affiliateclothing.co.uk. Surprisingly, the guy I'm talking to now, you'd not expect to come with the name, but he gave me the idea for the name, and it's streetwear brand, I would say, no?
Yeah, I said streetwear.
Urban
Upcoming.
brand, yeah, something like that. Obviously, we're upcoming because we're only at 260 followers, but
It's some.
this is my mentality, right? I'm not like, I don't know, depending on who the audience is, you probably know there's a lot of upcoming brands coming
Yeah.
because mostly because of quarantine.
True Slick, Paper Flow.
No. True Slick is not upcoming. They're there. Bro.
Yeah, okay.
They're
fair enough.
there. Fam. But like,
It's a really good product.
all of these brands, like they start at quarantine. But obviously, I haven't. I started my brand in
When did you
like,
start? Like 2018.
No,
2019.
December 2019, bro. This year, year 11, innit?
That's ages ago, man.
And I've always had a thing for like, I can't like clothes, but I just didn't have the money for it.
Mhm.
I had the opportunity for my brother to loan me some money, so I took it. First season went okay. People were surprised by the fact that I have a brand, because you wouldn't expect something like out of me. Because I'm not a popular kid in school or nothing. Like, I'm just
I
there.
just kicked back.
Yeah, but it was just gone, innit? People were aware of it, but legit, this season when it came out, because of the shoutouts I had, I think it put my brand on the map. I can't lie to you.
I feel like your designs are more what people would actually wear now.
Yeah, they're pretty basic, but the thing is, You know, I did pre-basic. People were complaining before. They were like, make it basic. So I was like, okay, cool. This is my hoodie. So I don't like my hoodies, fam. I can't lie to you.
Really?
I
Well,
don't
that's
like,
a creative process popping off.
yeah, like they wanted me to make them simple. I didn't make them simple. They didn't sell as well. So I was like, I don't care what anyone thinks now. I'll do how I like them, and it's working now.
I mean, if you like it, other people are bound to like it.
But again, I think it's just the pricing too.
Yeah, £15
for a
for a
shirt.
top. That's
Maybe that's a lot for people who aren't in the same market as we are.
Or don't like want to spend just with
For
anything.
£15, I'm telling you, compared to other brands, £15 is super cheap, bro.
And you got like brands starting out and it's charging high prices
For
a
low
screen
quality
print,
and
yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
stupid.
But I guess this is just where longevity comes in, and you gotta learn mistakes, innit?
True.
I'm willing to. Just like the typo incident that we had. Believe it or not, somehow a typo went past our quality control.
What are you looking at me for?
And I generally didn't realize we had the typo problem in front of my shirt until the second day of the release. And I legit had to get my nail polish remover for my mum, and had to remove every single like letter that was in the typo from. But luckily it was a good typo, so
Yeah, it looks clean. It doesn't look retarded.
yeah, it wasn't that bad of an issue.
You think, what do you see the future in this? Like a shop stores?
Nah, you know what? I don't want to really sound cocky, but I can legit, if I think of a feel it, I can actually see a big brand out of it.
I feel
You know,
I
like
feel like longevity in it.
it honestly just depends on how life goes. I wouldn't mind any sort of that just brings me income.
How's your dog?
Yeah.
He's gonna buy it. Did you ever watch Tintin as a kid? Tintin.
The movie came out in 2011, bro. There's
No,
only one
like
movie.
the cartoons.
Oh, no. I only watched it. You know, I can't lie to you. The 2011 movie
It was sick.
way ahead of its time.
I think it's amazing. I
Way
watched
ahead
it
of its
My
time.
mum loves it. She
I watched
hates
it a few
cartoons.
months ago. Wait, hold on, let me pause it.
It's so realistic. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, super.
One of the most underrated films I've seen.
You think underrated? I think it did well. Don't you think?
Not a lot of people know what Tintin is.
Yes. Nah, it's just the UK, bro. I'm telling you.
Really?
Yes. If I go ask my friend, what's it? You'll probably know of it, but you haven't watched it.
What do you think of Gravity Falls? A lot of people haven't.
I've never watched it.
Really? No, dude. It's so sick.
You know why? I stopped watching Cartoon Network when newer and newer shows started coming out.
Oh yeah, there's crappy ones. After like Hannah Montana phases, like Wizard of Waverly
But
Place.
that's Disney, bro. I remember like Cartoon Network. Like I think the
Samurai
last.
Jackie.
I think one of my last programs was like Gumball.
Amazing one.
My
Really?
favorite Cartoon Network show. I can't lie to you.
I don't like it.
Maybe Johnny Bravo and then
Johnny Bravo's
Johnny Test and then there's a lot of Johnny.
Johnny Test is sick.
Or Dexter.
Dexter,
But
the
you know-
scientist.
Yeah. So
Yeah, the scientist one. Yeah. I used to watch.
to be fair though, I had a different upbringing to cartoons. I was super late to cartoons.
Really?
Seriously.
I grew up with them. Actually, I grew up with more like games, PS4.
Because like kids in the UK, let's say, right? They knew what cartoon. I'm not gonna say. They knew what paid TV was when they were kids,
Yeah.
right? We didn't have that until like we mostly had Polish TV, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't play a lot of Cartoon Network until like I was maybe 8.
What's Polish TV like?
Probably the same as yours, but
Even Polish.
you know, we don't have Disney or anything. Actually, no. Some do still. We got pay like just a bit extra.
I want to visit Poland one day, see what it's like. They have that massive PS4, PlayStation.
I'm telling you,
thing.
it's actually nice. It's like every single European country. Like the thing is though, people in the UK, even though they're so like into what's going on around the world,
Yeah,
they're nothing like every single country in Europe.
true.
Seriously, like it's.
I think the UK is kind of toxic. Like, you know, I
Yeah.
remember Drake was trying to be a part of it.
Well, yeah, culture, vulture.
Yeah, the culture. And then not everyone's like, oh, you're just trying to copy us, you want to visa to Britain. It's kind of stupid.
There's nothing good to copy about. I'm telling you.
But it's like, you have a big person celebrating your culture and you hate him. It's so toxic.
Sound a bit like me now. Like as long as I say, like even though I say, oh, there's nothing to celebrate about. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad I live here. Like free healthcare. Big factor to why probably my parents came here. Seriously, like,
Yeah.
like obviously sometimes we have like shit GPs and everything, especially where I live in. But like,
Yeah, most countries do.
but honestly, I would, I would give 'em, like, I would trust them either way.
Same.
I'd rather have like any doctor in the UK.
If it wasn't for Britain, where would you go?
Honestly, I don't know. Probably stay in Poland or Germany or something like that.
Germany. Germany's nice.
It's nice. My family's. I have some family there. That's why. A lot of Polish people used to move to
Yeah,
Germany.
because of that Germany-Polish corridor split after World War Two.
No, even just because during, like, my parents, when they were like growing up, it was during the communist times, and Poland was just a puppet state of Russia, and so obviously there was a lot of troubles, especially when Germany was it East Germany was a really communist country
Yeah.
because it was split between East and West,
Yeah.
right? And they had that war, and it was really hard to like get into West Germany. West Germany was the best place to be.
Like the golden era and stuff.
It was hard. It was hard to get.
It was after this is what when it was like the 60s.
Yeah, 70s.
70s.
Poland, I don't know much, but from what I heard my parents talk about, communist Poland was really bad.
Really?
Everyone is in poverty. Everyone. Mostly, like,
most communist countries are in poverty. Like you have like that 1% is rich as hell because they control like the communist stuff, but the rest is insane. Like China, they have like only the royals and stuff are amazing. The rest is living slum.
they have their own internet, own social media.
Korea is alright. In North Korea, you're not allowed to call North Korea North Korea. You just have to call it Korea.
I remember after they faked winning the World Cup.
Yeah, I remember that. Kim Jong is crazy.
You know what they're saying though? That Kim Jong faked his death to see who's just a traitor in his circle.
I mean, his sister's getting ready.
I thought he was dead.
What? I thought he was dead. I thought his doctor's gonna kill him of that heart attack.
Oh, my dog's trying to get on that window.
He's gonna jump out. Is he suicidal?
Nah, my dog's trying to get on that window, so.
I think your dog likes me now.
Bro, my dog likes anyone that gives attention for him.
Wow.
It's a bit like
some girls.
Some human female species that we are aware of. And like, bro, she's so gay, fam.
Yeah. I hate my voice, not gonna lie.
Okay, I'm gonna tell her that.
So I like old sister's voice.
Ooh, look at my face when you said that, fam.
Which calls me daddy. Oh god. Just love me, man. God damn it. Look, it's that hard. It don't piss on me, but love me. What did you say?
I legit quoted you. I like her older sister's voice. I put in speech marks. No, speech marks? Yeah, speech marks.
Yeah, dog and my hook.
Bro, you have to come closer to the mic, bro.
Oh, sorry.
I don't think audience will hear it. Oh, one viewer audience.
Oh, sorry about that. Dog, can you...
It's been 50 minutes, you know.
Really? I've took for ages.
It seems like 5 minutes ago we were watching Uncle. Legit.
Uncle's not that bad. It reminds me of a lot of soap operas nowadays.
Does it?
But I think the like, TV...
I think it's a bit quirky, that's why I like it.
I think like cable TV industry is dying really hard. Your dog trying to get out. Everybody's like on YouTube, Twitch, so on and so forth. Nobody watches Disney anymore.
TV,
like Disney Plus.
You know who I feel that it's most sorry for? Toys R Us.
Oh yeah.
I only went to Toys R Us one time.
I've never been to Toys R Us.
Have you not?
Nah.
I was so excited to go. Like back then, toys were big things for me because we didn't like have much money. But like
Legos, I love Legos too.
But I've never got this from Toys R Us.
I always wanted. Lego's gone up in price for some reason. Yeah. I wanted a Death Star, but it's like I'm not spending £100 on some
I think it's more than
plastic.
that, you know.
Really? I love that, man.
I remember we used to have Indiana Jones Legos. Best collection Legos, so I'm saying. There was a thing on Lego because we were all super into Lego. There's this website, I forgot what it's called, but people would legit vote. They would make like this 3D model, right? Of like a set. And they would post it on the website and people could vote if they actually wanted Lego to release it.
Damn.
And I've seen where like, I don't know if you've seen Doctor Who Lego before.
Yeah, I've seen Doctor Who.
It started off as a 3D project. And
Really?
people voted it so much that they actually announced and released it on
Maybe there's some anime ones.
I'm pretty sure there are some like
Anime ones.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Like there must be a Naruto or Dragon Ball one. Because there's so much collabs. Like
Yeah.
Bape did a Dragon Ball collab.
Really?
It looked actually pretty sick.
Honestly, to all my anime listeners, before I used to be a ride or die hard Dragon Ball.
Yeah, you think
Fan,
so
but
overrated?
The more I've opened up my like myself to different animes.
Yeah, different art styles.
It's not even all that, bro. I can't lie to you. Don't get me wrong. I like the mainstream aspect, and I still do like the story, but it's getting super repetitive. Because there's
Is this the carry on or it ended fully?
Nah, manga still carrying on.
So that means cartoons gonna carry on sooner.
What do you mean?
The anime is gonna carry on later.
Oh yeah, it is. It's been announced. Yeah. Basically, you know how there's like Vegeta and Goku in it.
Yeah.
This is how the story goes. Goku gets his ass kicked at first, so Vegeta comes in, swoops in, right? He's about to finish him off, and Goku always ends up getting the win. Legit.
We're level 9,
Yeah.
9,000 or something.
The power scaling is just crazy these days.
Oh, I saw like some like Dragon Balls, Goku statues. They look insane, man. This is anime Lego. It has to be on.
But is it?
Oh,
But it's not official, bro.
Why is it art, dude?
You know there's a Lego store in Birmingham.
Yeah, the one we always went past and we always get trippy, but because of the eyes.
I'm just not, fam. I'm not used to it. There was never thinking. See, oh, there you go. Lego ideas products have been inspired and voted by Lego fans.
Oh, that's great.
The Ghostbusters one came from thinking.
Oh, wow, Marilyn Monroe. The ISS.
These are all like actual people built. You know?
I'd get the Flintstones one, that'd be cool.
Lego ideas. Actually, let's go on Lego.
2 16-year-olds looking at the Lego website.
There we go, fam. See, people, what's good? I don't know. Oh, this is thingy. The Princess Bride.
Oh, the one of them Italian man, the Musketeer guy.
Wasn't it Italian? It's an American movie, bro. Have you never watched The Princess Bride?
No.
It's a good. Oh, it's a classic movie. I've never watched it. Yeah, see, this is it's actually amazing what people can come up with.
Damn. So they just build this from like random Lego sets, and then they want to make.
Or they just do it through the computer.
That's insane. Oh,
Yeah,
I'd get that.
Do you know who like that?
I like that. I love Avatar.
Really?
I
I've tried watching episode 1, but I see they go Naruto.
Naruto was a mappy. Not gonna lie, Naruto is overrated, like Dragon Ball.
I refuse to watch one episode of Naruto.
Why?
I genuinely do.
It's good, but it's overrated. I'm not gonna lie. Like most mainstream animes are overrated.
Yeah, they find their fame when they start up, and that's what I'm scared for my favorite animes to turn into.
Yeah.
Bro, my favorite one is still Vinland Saga. I love it to the core. I love it to the core, bro.
The fighting scenes are cool, the blood and stuff.
No, I can't lie to you. A lot of TikTok have recommended me new animes. You know, I've never heard of like the Promised Neverland until I saw it on a TikTok and I watched it and it was just an amazing thing.
I stopped using TikTok, man. I started using loads of social medias because of how dead it is. Everything's just
it depends how good your feed is, bro.
It's either like oversaturated memes or trying to be edgy.
No.
Is it not? It's just like what? It's either like Billie Eilish.
I don't see one bit of it on my TikTok feed.
It's probably just your feed.
I legit just have dark humor on it. For one time, I legit had some next demonic thing. I shit you know. You can find some.
I've seen.
Don't speak about this. I seriously I hate that shit, fam.
No, the weirdest one I've seen is it's like what real biblical angels look like.
Yeah.
They're like the spinning thing.
Something like that, innit?
Yeah, like the circles. Oh, that creeped me out.
And fam, I went to the next TikTok, same thing, fam. Do you know how to get? My friend had to legit send me in just random TikToks so I can like them, so my algorithm changes, fam. Because I used to go on TikTok at like 4 AM, fam.
I think the creepiest like horror movies are biblical ones. It's like something based off a true story.
Yeah.
I think that's what Black Mirror has an appeal, because everything in Black Mirror could be real in this world.
You know what I like about Black Mirror? Like you said, it has a realism to it.
Yeah.
It's like 25 or something, 2024.
Yeah.
And we can see things that are coming into reality now, innit?
Have you watched the VR one?
Yeah.
Because we can make that, and we can make somebody die in VR easily.
Yeah. Like, what's it called, fam? I remember when all these things started happening in 2020, people were like, oh, this is like a Black Mirror episode. It legit is, man.
It is. I mean, all we need now is some like actors. Like, all we need now is a prime minister.
I can't believe like 2020 is being this crazy, fam. From legit worldwide war threats. Remember in January when
the world was on fire.
When Syria attacked USA and the USA was it Syria or Iran?
One of the Middle Eastern countries. They're all very angry.
By the way, he's a Bengali. And yeah,
I think I don't know, man. It made a lot of people mature.
Like, people actually find a lot of solace in YouTube during quarantine. I can't lie to you. So have I too, man.
More me is trying to find, even though it sounds cringy, like happiness within myself. Just trying to change before.
We have a whole hour of listening to this.
We cut it out.
The
We
crowd,
cut a lot.
but we need to do the current professional.
Yeah, so it sounds all together.
Do you want to cap off here or?
What?
You want to cap it off here or?
If you wanna. Depends.
It's up to you.
Do you wanna talk about anything else?
I don't think we actually have anything. We legit.
Yeah, we do this one episode. We really need to end it. How are you gonna end it?
I don't know.